Did you ever have a bone fracture, or after a heavy accident you're supposed to have one, like a broken arm for example? In this case, you went to hospital to receive an X-ray scan. The X-rays in some countries are also known by the name of its inventor, Dr. Röntgen. But this is all what most people know about him. But on the other hand, there is a great story to tell about Dr. Röntgen. And this story I'm going to tell you in this video. Let's talk about the amazing biography of Professor Dr. Röntgen. Welcome guys. Today there's a video which is a little bit different from the other ones you have seen that far. I would like to mix in a few different formats on this channel. So if you would like to see more stuff like this in the future on this channel, you can leave me in the comments below. And now let's get started. When I was in hospital the very first time, I was really impressed by these amazing looking X-ray images from my bones, but unfortunately I was not allowed to take any one of this back home. However, guys, what to tell about the amazing Dr. Röntgen? Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen, as his full name is, was born in March the 27th in the year 1845. And 3 years later, after he was born, his family moved to Apeldoorn in the Netherlands. The reason were financial purposes, and in this place his father gathered huge wealth as a cloth merchant. Röntgen was actually a brilliant student at school, but he had really bad marks in physics and chemistry. Yes, of all things, he had really bad marks in the subject he studied later. But this was not all. Due to a practical joke, he was dismissed from school. His best friend drew a caricature of their class teacher. And believe me, their teacher was not really happy about that. Well, after that, their all-time humorless teacher entered the classroom and he was looking for the artist of this image. Röntgen was in front of the image and he was no good drawer by himself when their teacher entered the room. To protect his classmate, Röntgen confirmed to be the creator of this image by himself. And he had no idea at all what the consequences of this scenario may be. This way, Röntgen was kicked out from school and could not finish his high school diploma. But Röntgen had the opportunity to obtain his high school diploma another way, by an external examination. But unfortunately, his teacher, who was in charge for the examination of this test, became sick, and the replacement teacher was his old school teacher, who originally dismissed him from school because of the practical joke with the caricature. With the bad memory on his mind about the caricature in the past, his old class teacher let Röntgen fail his exam tests, and there was also no chance to repeat the test. Finally, Röntgen was out there in the world without any high school diploma. But Röntgen did not give up. As a guest student, he attended the University of Utrecht in different subjects like also physics and mathematics, but also some others. And over the time at this university, Röntgen got to know that there's an opportunity to study engineering at the University of Zurich without any high school diploma. And this way, Röntgen made it to study physics. After obtaining his doctoral degree, Röntgen decided to get a professorship at the University of Würzburg. But unfortunately, they denied him because he was not in possession of any high school diploma. After that, Röntgen became professor in Gießen. And furthermore, Röntgen turned in a great and huge career as a scientist over there. And after some years, after Röntgen acquired a good reputation as a scientist, the University of Würzburg changed their mind. And suddenly, the missing high school diploma was no problem at all anymore. And Röntgen got the chance to return to Würzburg and to become professor over there. And this is what he did. So finally, this was the year 1888 when Röntgen returned to Würzburg and became a professor at the University of Würzburg. And later, finally, years later, in November the 8th, in the year 1895, he discovered an amazing and unknown mysterious new radiation. And this radiation was able to scan solid material and to look inside of it. You already know he discovered the famous X radiation, the X-rays later known by him, also known as Röntgen rays. But furthermore, and this is really praiseworthy in my opinion. Furthermore, Dr. Röntgen was known to be really modest. He did not want to be celebrated like a pop star because of his amazing discovery, which finally revolutionized the modern medicine. Yes, and this was not all. Röntgen even had no motivation at all to hold a speech on the stage when the Nobel Prize was given to him. For Röntgen, it was no problem at all to speak in front of a huge audience, but he simply had no mind to do that. And last but not least, Röntgen did even not patent his discovery. Yes, he applied no patent at all for the X-rays he discovered. This was really, really strange because if I found out something that changes the world like this, of course I would apply. Of course, I would apply a patent for this discovery. Otherwise, someone else in the world can pretend to be. But Röntgen was just like this. He did not apply any patent. Yes, however, this was just a quick summary of Dr. Röntgen's biography, because I must put it in a nutshell, otherwise the video will be too long later. But in the description of this video, you find the link of the original source I have used to make this video. In this link, in this article, you can see the biography of Dr. Röntgen much more detailed. The original source is in German, but maybe you can change the language settings in your browser to change the website's language to any language you like. English, Spanish, French, whatever. Yes. Once, when you are in the description of the video, you also find my Patreon link if you would like to support me. And by the way, what should you take away from this video? How can you benefit from what you got to know right here? Well, I hope, guys, this video is some kind of an inspiration for you, and the same way as it was an inspiration for me, because I have many things in common with Dr. Röntgen when I think about it. And maybe not only the story of Dr. Röntgen, but also I can be an inspiration for you in some way. An inspiration when it is about never to give up if you have any goals you aspire, even when it's difficult, or if something comes different from expected. When you remember the story of Dr. Röntgen, when he had no high school diploma, he made it in some way to study physics. He made it from a school dropout who had no high school diploma and really bad marks in physics to become the very first Nobel Prize winner in physics. And when you keep this in mind, guys, this will maybe inspire you not to give up that fast if you have any goals or dreams, and if something comes different from expected, you can maybe improvise by some longer ways that you finally cannot take the shortcut, but at least you can realize and achieve your goals. Yes, and in which way can I be an inspiration for you as well? In my videos, you see there are lots of certificates in the background, even when not all of that is as impressive as it looks like at the first glance. But now I'm sitting here, make YouTube videos to earn money. Well, it's a long story, guys, but I failed to make what I really would like to do in the past. I did not study astrophysics for some reasons. I had difficult circumstances in the past. Now I would like to do that, and I try to earn money with YouTube to cover these huge study fees for my university. The same as Dr. Röntgen. This is also a long story why it is this way. I don't have any high school diploma as well. I intend to study at the Open University in England. I know the study fees are really, really huge over there, but my intention to study at this university, why I choose this one, is not because I can study there without any high school diploma. The main reason is actually this is the only one university in the world where I can study physics via distance learning. And I would like to be flexible. I can learn the best if I can learn at home whenever I want. Yes, and I don't care about what other people may say or think when 10 years later I start to study again and to study physics, something really complex like this, physics and mathematics. And this is the way I am. I never give up. I just do what I want. I follow my goals. The same as Dr. Röntgen did, as you found out in this video. And this way I hope I, as well as Dr. Röntgen, and this video in total can be a good inspiration for you. And if you would like to support me with my study at the moment, you can only do it in Patreon, but I will add more features how you can support me. But what you can do in any case, you can share this video, you can leave a comment, you can subscribe to my channel. These little things don't cost anything and will help me already. And last but not least, guys, you can hit the like button, of course. Yes, that's all what I would like to say to you today. And however, we will see again in the next video. See you next time, guys.